Oh man, this is bright. Do I even want to make this video if the screen's going to be this bright? Why does my night reader not work? Dark reader. Okay, you know, we'll do it. We'll soldier on through the blinding light of a useless website. Yeah, it literally doesn't do anything when I swap it out. That's totally useless. Okay, somebody DM'd me on Discord, which is a good way if you want me to make a video about something. If you have a topic you want to hear me discuss and give my uninformed, useless opinion on, you can message me on Discord or Twitter or whatever else. They DM'd me and they said, Night Crows. It's apparently a Korean game that launched in Korea, an MMO, right? And then they're now cryptoing it. They're cryptoing it up. As you can see here, they've got tokens, they've got NFTs, they've got SSS. I don't know what's that referring to. Maybe there's a gacha pull system, or who fucking knows. This is a game by WeMade. WeMade Entertainment. If you don't know, WeMade is a fairly large company that have a real, actual pedigree in releasing MMO games all the way back to like the early 2000s. Like WeMade, I'm fairly sure, was the publisher of Legends of Mer. So, you know, they've been going for a while, and they obviously did Legends of Mer 4 recently, which was a great disappointment to me because I played Legends of Mer 2 and 3. They're some of my favorite MMOs ever made, and now they've got cryptocurrency and NFTs in, and they're autoplay mobile dog shit. So yeah, not really too excited about that one. So I'm going to guess this is the same thing. We've got their YouTube channel up here. We're going to take a quick look. They're doing a global launch on March 12th, which is today, as it so happens. So we're right on time to judge, be the judge, jury, and Western executioner of what is probably going to be an autoplay mobile dogshit NFT mess. Now, lots of people always ask me, you know, Kira, you seem to vehemently hate cryptocurrency and blockchain and Web3 and NFTs. What did they do to you? You know, did they come and find you while you were hiding under the stairs as a child and do something weird to you? No, I actually don't hate cryptocurrency. I hate people that use cryptocurrency, by and large, because as a technology and as a concept, I have no real problem with it. I actually think that there's probably some use cases in which it might be useful later in life. And obviously with things like decentralized finance and people not being able to open banks in certain places and not having access to banking and financial systems and loans, there's actually a real world example of this stuff being useful in video games too. But not for the reason that anyone ever tells you. The reason that most people will tell you crypto and NFTs will be good in games is because they bought loads of it and they want to dump their bags on you. You are the exit liquidity. How do I feel about it? Obviously not that way. I think if you are promoting something because you have a financial incentive to do so, you are untrustworthy, you are a liar. And the reason that you're promoting it is not because it's good, not because it adds any value or whatever to anybody involved, other than you, which is the financial aspect. In terms of games, there's actually things I might make a video about at some point that have a real tangible benefit for consumers, but will probably never happen because they come from an idealistic view of the technology and the problems we face as consumers with video games, i.e. digital ownership. But that's the only little hint I'll give you at the moment. As for now, basically people are making pay-to-win games more pay-to-win by adding pay-to-win tokens that are on the blockchain so you can see everybody paying to win. But enough about my ramblings on cryptocurrency. What the fuck is this game? Do we have an overall gameplay? Do we have any overall? I've just opened this and it's just a cinematic trailer, which is utterly useless to anybody on the planet. Night Crow's world preview. All right, let's look at your world. WeMade. Mad Engine. Cool, looks like Black Desert Online. A lot of Korean MMOs end up looking fucking identical. Like, not bad. You know, this doesn't look bad. Why is it like 360p though? It isn't. It's 1080p. It's just really poor. Just like those filthy no-coiners that don't believe in our Lord and Savior Bitcoin. Okay, so far so good. You've shown a game world and some music that's probably going to get my video copyright striked. Yeah, I mean, where's the gameplay though? Where beeth the gameth play? Mate, they've been releasing games after games. Legend of Emir. I'm fairly sure I covered that at some point. Obtaining currency. I fucking don't watch that one, do I? Oh my god, she's just shown a little bit of the gameplay. Please. Is this going to be in English?
Hello, Night Crows crew. Welcome to the world
Hello.
of Night Crows. Now,
Okay.
adventure always requires...
Oh, here we go, guys. Hold your fucking breath. Hold your horses. Grab your balls. Here we go.
The default way of obtaining currency is through hunting monsters. If you want to get items that are more special, try visiting the various dungeons in Night Crows. There, you can
For
obtain more
fuck's sake.
useful items.
Mate, this is deja vu. I've seen this game before. I've seen it hundreds of times. It's the same fucking game. These are all the same game. Every time I cover one of these Korean MMOs nowadays, it's the same exact... This UI, how the game looks, how it plays. You can just tell this is a mobile autoplay game. Why you keep doing this? Why is the industry the way that it is? I know, you don't have to tell me, guys. I know water's wet. It's money. It's always money. God, this is fucking shit. Yeah, here you go. Look, you get your higher arcane scroll of prosperity. And probably some RNG to upgrade your stuff. Oh, look, this is a boss. Let's see how difficult the boss is. Is this a real game for gamers?
Agents and rewards.
Are we
Use this
fucking gaming
information to
hard?
Participate in defeating boss monsters.
Oh,
Who
man.
knows?
Elf don't move. Boss is dead. Stood still in one spot.
May even give you special rewards.
Yeah, but I bet it won't. I bet none of this is special.
onto more places to get special items. One would
Look at all the NPCs just stood nearby. This is... I mean, I'm sure some people will play this for whatever fucking deranged reason. But this is not the future of video games, is it? This is... You can see their tokens up. What are all these? Marion. You're a fucking Marion if you buy this. Promote being a Marion. Gear. So these are apparently stuff in the game that you can buy. SSS support status. $178,000. Token playbook. Let's have a look. What's the playbook for the token? You Marions. Dear. There you go. Look, doesn't it make you interested in playing a video game when you open it up and it says, you know, before when you had gold and you'd use gold to buy stuff and it was maybe copper, silver, gold, whatever it's going to be. Maybe it's silver overall, maybe it's gold overall. Now you open it and you've got 7 multi-utility tokens. Marion, Crow, Papyrus, Promote, Gear, Tier, and Feather. You fucking... Yeah, I've got tears running down my fucking cheeks, mate, after this one. This game's cheeks as well. It's straight ass cheeks. So there you go. Look, you can take some V diamonds and some Marions and you can turn them into a Marion token. And then you can sell that on the auction house. Fucking thrilling, brother. Thrilling, enthralling, fun. Now I'm going to use the rest of this video to wax lyrical about blockchain games, because I honestly do think that the fact that I do almost exclusively negative coverage of this entire industry basically convinces some people that I do have some kind of hatred for it. And jokes aside, I really don't. If it was ever implemented in a way that made me care, which it never is, because the idea a company like we made is going to come into the industry with a revolutionary product. They don't do that anyway, full stop. So let's just ignore the fact that they're introducing a whole new technology stack that has to be interwoven into every system to make sense. They're going to come in, are they? And they're going to give you something that's good for you as a consumer. No, of course they're not. They didn't do that before. Why would they do that now? And it's the same with Ubisoft. I'm not singling this company out. It's the same with pretty much all AAA companies. I do actually think that with how games have progressed, obviously people are always going to be against blockchain in MMOs because it's inherently pay to win. My problem with that is you don't need blockchain for MMOs to be pay to win because they basically all already are. There's very few examples of popular MMOs that aren't pay to win, and the ones that aren't, they're still having people trading off platform for stuff in exactly the same way. It's just not, you know, out in the open for you to be able to see. I think if some people want a game where you can sell your assets and whatever else, and playing is essentially you can treat it as like a secondary income or whatever, cool, that's fine. We've literally had that since the 2000s with things like Entropia, where people have been playing that forever. People played Second Life and made that into a job. Shit like that is just, it's whatever to me if people want to do that. But obviously when I look at something that's new, I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, okay, cool, what are you bringing to the table? What's the value add as a consumer, as somebody who you need to onboard into these ecosystems in order to have them successful? Because let's realistically lay it out for you, the business aspects of this. You launch something that isn't a product yet, it's usually not playable, and you sell people stuff. Who buys that stuff? Speculators, people that aren't playing games 9 times out of 10, people that probably have more money than an average gamer and are not going to sit around playing a video game in an alpha state, in a beta state, in probably a launch state, because they don't play video games full stop. And if they do, it's probably the super polished mainstream ones that this game probably isn't. Then when the game comes out, who's going to populate the game? It's going to be game players if you've done your job right, and if it isn't, it's going to be nobody. Then all the speculators are just left holding, you know, thousands, millions of dollars worth of currency that goes to nothing. It goes completely worthless because the game doesn't appeal to a broad audience of actual gamers. This is basically where the entire Web3 gaming industry is at right now. There is no game that has crossed over and appealed to the mainstream gaming audience yet. Not a singular one has released and has gained or garnered any interest or popularity from the mainstream gaming audience, which essentially means the entire industry right now is literally speculation. That is all that exists because there is no real user base that are playing these games. There have been examples of games that have had a large population playing them, but they weren't playing the game to play the game. They were doing exactly what people who were very uninformed and deluded about the world said that cryptocurrency gaming could be used for, and that is the play-to-earn aspect, which is a lie. It's essentially something that can't exist without real value add from consumers, because eventually it cannibalizes itself to the point where it doesn't matter how much time you put in, you're not earning enough because the people that own all the stuff are the speculators, and the other people are selling their stuff constantly between each other, essentially racing the money down to the bottom because they're trying to use it to earn a living to pay their bills and things. That was things like Axie Infinity, where they had like a huge population in Southeast Asia, specifically in the Philippines, playing the game, but they were playing to farm money for people that had bought in early and speculated and had a bunch of the stuff that they were loaning out to them. And they were essentially using them as contractor workers, lending NFTs to them so that they could farm the game, because the people that had all the NFTs would, again, as I've just said, purely speculators who were not engaging in the game whatsoever. They were just hoping that this continued and the line would keep going up and they'd make a bunch of money. Wasn't really planning on North Korea to hack the chain and steal $600 million, but you know, it is what it is. That's basically where the entire industry of Web3 gaming is right now. Am I against the idea that one game comes out and it's just like, it has this stuff that maybe people aren't going to like, but the game's just that good that everyone plays it? No. If that happens, I'll cover it, I'll play it, you know, whatever. Maybe the game's good enough to carry the technology. Maybe, just maybe, and I've not, you know, I've not ruled this out of possibility, maybe the crypto blockchain aspect is a value add. I don't think it can be, because the majority of people in this industry are charlatans and liars and thieves and frauds, and they don't have your best interest at heart. They essentially built their entire project like a house of fucking cards, where people that get in at the bottom feel pretty strong and all the money is there, and then the higher up you go, the weaker everything is, and then eventually one goes to win and everything's going to come tumbling down and everybody's fucked apart from them, because they sold shitloads of stuff at the very beginning and enriched themselves. That's how most of the industry is. Convince me otherwise. Show me a game that hasn't sold stuff before releasing, that's predominantly held by speculators, that has a traditional gaming audience that's taking over right now. If you found one, let me know. I'll play it. I'll take a look. But again, my problem with it is not the technology. It's not the idea. of maybe, you know, I'm missing something and maybe something's added that I've not thought of. I've had a lot of conversations with people that are in the industry that are building these games that have thought this through, and so far I've not been convinced by almost anything. So again, I don't think I'm uninformed, and I'm not disregarding the idea. I just think that the greed is completely ruined. Almost anything coming to market, at least that I've seen, that doesn't do these things, which almost immediately rules out blockchain and Web3 and whatever else, crypto, NFTs, whatever, in video games, because people will just outright reject it unless the game is literally, it's the new Fortnite, it's the new World of Warcraft back in the day, you know, something that is such a standout that it makes all the issues, your preconception, your bias against it, makes all of that irrelevant. Things like this are just like, this is Babby's first fucking mobile game with worse monetization. It's like, how could anyone ever get excited for something like this? And yeah, it'll probably still print millions of dollars because it probably took almost fucking nothing to make it, because it seems like a copy-paste carbon copy of other shit games that they've made. So yeah, long video about a nothing burger topic, but that's my opinion, and I guess maybe I'll do a more concise version of that opinion at some point with a scripted video. But until then, this is what you get. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, do things, I don't know, buy gamer subs. You can buy gamer subs, focus camera, don't look at me. You can buy this, you put it in water, you drink it, it's cool. You can have caffeinated, uncaffeinated, and you can watch Magic the Gathering videos on my alt channel. Link in the video description. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.